Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to show you something I've been working on. As of this posting, I do have this up on the workshop on Steam. This creation today is called the Wayfarer. It's a medium freighter, and it's from the Star Wars verse. This ship is created for Empyrion Galactic survival, and was designed in the Reforged Eden scenario. So, yeah, took me a little while to get it all built because it is a very large, small vessel. It's a size class 19. It's about the same size as a small capital vessel. In the Star Wars verse, this ship was designed with large cargo container off to the side here. Its downfall was they designed the ship around a cargo container that was not the standard cargo container used at the time. And this was the only ship that used this cargo container. While every other ship out there used a whole complement of different sizes of cargo containers, this particular cargo container was never used by any other company. Thus, that's why it kind of went downhill for this ship. It did continue to see some use throughout the verse because it was so large and useful. Pirates loved it. Gave them plenty of space to store all their stuff whenever they'd commandeer ships and stuff. If they were small enough, they'd just park them inside, because it does have room for smaller ships inside the cargo container. And thus that's why I made this version for Empyrion quite large. Let's head inside the main docking bay here. And as you can see already, I've got one of my X-Wing fighter builds docked inside. The bay does have room for 2 X-Wing fighters. And at the other end of the bay, you've got several shipping containers. These are all individual containers set up that you can actually use. Each one's got different amount of space inside. But I've got them set up ranging in stacked sizes. So you've got plenty of space throughout the ship. I did go in and set up these containers and did give them colored descriptions and gave them each names. Now each of the ones that are in colors, those are container controllers. The ones left white are all the small SV containers, storage boxes and such. Alright, let me come out of God mode and I'll take you through a little walkthrough of the ship as we come up the ramp, because SVs do not have stairs. We have to use ramps. As you come up the ramp and you come up to the first area within the loading bay, you'll come to a room that's marked as the Loadmaster. This would be like a small office slash sleeping quarters for the Loadmaster. He can sit down here and work on his logs for how much stuff you've been loading up and shipping. You've got some personal little containers in here, plus a little storage container in here. Container controller with 2,750 units of volume. Exiting that area, you've got a small room off to the side just for extra storage. So if you've got some more storage containers or something, private stuff, personal stuff, you can put it all in there. That doorway there goes to the rest of the ship, and we'll check it in just a second. Walking to the end, you've got a little area here set aside to put in a clone chamber. That way, if you do get killed in game, you can always respawn back to this ship if you put in a clone chamber. Alright, let's head on to the rest of the ship. Immediately to your right, we're going to go over here to check out the turret control. And there's a small turret seat over here on the right hand side. It's actually the left side of the ship because that's the front. Walking back down the hallway to the left of the door we came through, you'll come to the mess hall, and it's actually got a control station all along here. But you've got your mess hall right in here with plenty of extra seating for passengers. Got them a table. You've got your food processor and fridges, and a couple of storage containers that you can use for dry foods that won't go bad. You go up a little level and you'll see you've got a airlock coming out the other side of the ship. Immediately on either side, you've got your armor locker and O2 station. Just inside that area, you've got your med station with a couple of containers for putting medical supplies. You've got bathrooms on either side. These are just purely decoration. And like I said, this follows the layout of the ship online, fitting with the Star Wars verse. In the rear back here, you've got your engineering. You've got a room for all your core extenders and core. Got a couple of reactors, small reactors. Pentaxa tank. And room for your shields. It's just a standard shield generator. And you've got another control station. And beyond that, back there, you got your warp drive. Alright. Now let's recap. We've already been through the docking bay, came back through into the mess hall. You've got your little area here with your med bay and your airlock. So now we're going to go to the forward section of the ship. This is where your crew quarters, your captain's quarters, more seating for passengers, and on further ahead is room for the bridge. So you've got a hallway. In this hallway you've got a bunch of extra seating for passengers. Off to your right you've got a room for your captain. And to the left you've got your shop. Now in the shop, we'll head in there. You've got your two main storage containers. This is your secondary container at 60,000. And back over here you've got your main container at 60,000. Now you've got a constructor in this room, so you can craft up stuff that you need. Leaving this room, we'll head over to the captain's quarters. Alright, and over here you've got your bedding along with your personal storage area for the captains. You've got a little control station and a few little boxes here and there that you can store small items in. You've got 4 of them up above. You got a little window looking out from the captain's quarters. Got more storage containers back here on the shelf. You got your armor locker. You can store your personal armor. Back in this room you've got your bathroom. You got your sink, your toilet. Yep, that's a space toilet. And back over here is your showers. Now, of course, when you step in your shower, it turns on the water. Alright, exiting out of the captain's quarters, you'll head toward the front of the ship. And again, you've got extra seating for passengers. And each of them has containers they can store their personal stuff in. Now on either side of the hallway here we've got a couple of crew quarters. We got crew 1 and crew 2. Now these are both identical and they're set aside with a bunch of bedding areas, a bunch of small containers underneath the beds and the floor, and then you've got these container controllers that 6,250 on this one, and then you got smaller ones in the middle, 4,750. Like I said, this is your crew quarters. Both sides, they're identical. And from here you can head toward the bridge up in the front. So you've got a passenger seat on each side at their own little control station. And a little table up here. I can't remember what you call these things. Let's see. Got F6, I think. Yep. No, I'm gonna have to have my multi-tool in hand and look at it, and it should give you the name of what the item is. scanning station. Okay, and you can use that in game. There's different scenarios that you'll have to use a scanning station. Okay, and then you got a couple of pilot seats up here. In between the pilot seats, you've got your enhanced matter transceiver. So I've set it all up to give the appearance that it's got a lot of control stations, computers, and the likes. There you have it. It's the Wayfarer. It's a very large SV, and it's got room in the docking area for 1, 2, or 3 smaller SVs to dock in. It does have shipping containers down inside. Gives you a lot more space in the ship. And it's got a small airlock down here at the bottom. Now when you land on planets, there is a little ramp that extends outside. And also when you land on planet, I've got it set up that these rear bay doors will open, and there's actually a large ramp that extends out from the back here to the ground and gives you lots of space to walk up and down, come off the planet, just run back in here. Oh, and on either side of that ramp area, back in the back, you've got your armor locker and air. So I've got that set up on either side. So if you need it, it's there. And like I said, guys, this is the Wayfarer. It's a medium transport, but it's a very large SV, so be careful when you're using it in game. If your computer is really weak, this might start taxing your graphics card. Just have to be careful with it. But it is a fun ship to use in game. You can still has room for some more cores to go in it to raise your CPU. You can add more shields. You can add some more weapons, upgrade your weapons. If you need to upgrade your thrusters, you'll have to take it into creative. I've got the thrusters hidden inside the ship, and they're back here in the back corners. And even does have gravity. So, like I saw earlier, I was walking around inside the ship. So, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy it. And like I said, it's going to be downloaded on the workshop whenever this video goes live. So, you guys try to have a good day, and I'll catch you all later.